Now, we all need people to step up and do great things once in a while. And every generation we have people like Uncle Sele who go around making things just a little bit easier, a little bit better, especially for our kids. Now, Uncle Sele is of the Uncle Sele Foundation. It's a foundation for human values, empowerment, and sustenance. Right now, he's here to talk about this foundation and what fuels his passion. And just a brief conversation with him has given me a little bit of insight into how amazing he is. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, for those that don't know Uncle Sele and want to make sure that they remember that name, Uncle Sele, what does the foundation do?
Okay, so we do, let's put it, two things.
Okay.
You know, we transfer values to children, and then we, go to areas where, we need to address something called learning poverty. Okay. Now, what this means is where you have children at from age of 1 to 10 that can read. So we go there, train their teachers, give them desks and chairs, build schools. So we do things like that, or we go to orphanages sometimes. Okay. We've been to the correctional center. We talk to them about values and make them understand that, look, when you live here, you can make sound decisions based on values, make them aware. So what we're basically doing is pushing, the value story, push values and say, look, you can make sound decisions, basically.
I have to sort of help differentiate what you do from what every other foundation who maybe goes to orphanages and helps out in schools does. Okay. And I think it's because of the theme of what you're trying to do. Okay. You mentioned earlier when we were having a conversation a bit about the misunderstanding of the need for elections and how children don't understand the reason why we have to elect good leaders. So talk to us like.
Okay, so I noticed that after the elections, there was a whole lot of hate. So I said to myself, okay, so we have this conference we have for children every Children's Day, which is an opportunity we saw to, transfer values to children also. So this is the second edition we're having, and we have a theme called Inspiring Children to Become Agents of Peace and Harmony. Okay. So what we're doing is pushing, the value of peace, love, respect for one another, so that we don't have a generation where, people hate themselves. And you're wondering, where did this start? Not knowing that we transferred it over to them. So what we're doing is, build the mindsets, that look, you don't need to hate any other person because, it's from another tribe or something. Love them. You don't know, you might need this person in the future. So that's what we're doing in this conference, yeah.
It feels like a very difficult thing to instill with the generation where if a child comes up to a parent and says, Bimbo beats me, and the parent says, did you beat Bimbo back? Now, I'm saying it starts from that, from the very beginning, starts from right down from the parents.
From the parents, yeah.
So you've also mentioned that you were training teachers.
Oh, yeah.
And adults as well. So let's talk a little bit about that. How's that been going?
Oh, very well. Very well. We also train parents. We have we talk to them about the values transfer that must happen from the home. Then we also talk to teachers. Now, while we provide materials, books, and make them understand that, look, the people you're training will become, they're our future. So you need to train them right. Do you understand? Because, it's not just having them in school. We're also very concerned about what you're transferring to them. And we also make them understand that as a person, they're seeing you and they will copy you. So whatever you're doing, you need to also know what you're doing, because when a child sees you stealing, for example, telling lies, the child feels it's okay. So it means that you say, oh, my teacher said this, so it means I can do this. You understand? So we try to also train teachers, then also talk to parents and tell them that, look, we have people coming under you. They will learn from you. I call them the best copycats ever. They will see you, copy you, and become like you. So we need to be great models and mentors.
You mentioned earlier materials. I think I have something here. You have materials that you use. Now, these are some cards here. I think it's like a card game kind of thing. And you have different values on these cards. These are called Conquer cards.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read through a few of them. You have here self-control, you have kindness, you have patience, you have peer pressure, you have responsibility,
Yeah.
and things like that. I see them as flashcards, and this is what we had as flashcards when when we were younger. I don't know if they still call them that now.
Yeah,
but
we still call them flashcards, yeah.
But now, instilling these kinds of values, has it been an easy task? Because even explaining them to adults can be challenging. I'm wondering how...
It's not been easy, but what we do, let me help you.
Okay.
Let me see. So we have value cards and we have, the vices.
Okay, vices.
So what we do is we'll place, or I can give you and ask you this: what value would you have that conquers this?
Okay.
So I can say, malice.
Okay.
What value should you have that will conquer malice?
Okay.
So if you're not aware, what it means that child can actually have malice and not know what to do.
Okay.
So the parent or the teacher or myself as a values educator, what I would do is begin to teach the child the values that can conquer,
Okay.
The vice.
So obviously, if I hold it up still here there is actually a little bit of an explanation at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Which helps,
Yes.
definitely. But then again, there are also language barriers, because this is in English.
Yes.
I'm wondering, what areas of Lagos have you been working in?
Okay, so we've been to Makoko.
Makoko, yeah.
So we're going to the island on Thursday. We've been to Festac, Satellite Town, of course the correctional centers in Yaba, Ikeja. So we're going around. Apparently, I'm actually with the World Values Day.
Okay.
So what we do is we have this World Values Day every year.
Okay.
So I'm part of them, internationally. So what we're doing is, this year the theme is values bring us together. So what we'll be doing is pushing values around the country. You understand? So yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Now, I have to say a big thank you, not just for coming on the show today, but for everything you do, and Godspeed. More grease to your elbows.
Thank you so much.
All right. Once again, the Uncle Sele Foundation is what you need to look out for, and they'll probably be in a community doing great work very, very soon. Now, Children's Day is around the corner, so there's a lot to look out for with them as well for that day. But thank you once again.
You're welcome.
For joining us.
Thank you.